give you some examples, all right? But here's what I got. These 5 tickets to online success for you. Google, Facebook, a blog, email, and the last one is not even has to do with being online. It's actually direct mail. I'll tell you how that ties in. Well, let's talk real quick about these two, Google and Facebook, okay? Google and Facebook are really big because when you think of the most trafficked websites out there, right? These two obviously are it. Now, Google still beats Facebook in overall traffic or quote-unquote overall users, meaning they get more unique hits to their website, Google, than Facebook has users. However, Facebook kicks Google's ass when it comes to how much time people spend. And a lot of times people do, when they log into Facebook, they use it for various reasons, friends or socializing or wasting times, or if, like me and you, they probably use it for business and making connections. But they log into Facebook as they cruise the web. So maybe they're on Facebook, but they'll open a new window and do a Google search. Or maybe they'll talk to someone, or they'll say, they'll just throw a thought out there and they'll get people chiming in, which may or may not pertain to their, what they're looking for online. Or maybe they'll follow certain businesses via a Facebook business page or a fan page. They'll like a page. So we obviously have to pay attention to Google and Facebook. And if you've been following our blog posts, so obviously, I've talked about, these are where it's at right now, Google and Facebook. So of course, Google, you could have a good search engine marketing strategy. Now, don't overlook Bing, okay? Because Bing is Microsoft's search engine, and they actually power Yahoo searches. And Microsoft actually owns a 1% stake in Facebook. So Bing's search engine is the one, if you do a Facebook search, and you see the results, web results, that's actually Bing's search engine that's providing those results. So you can't overlook Bing. That's why for all our clients, we don't overlook any of those, but we focus on Google and Bing. But anyway, Google, you can dominate search engines when people are obviously searching or looking for your school, and there's a lot of ways to do that, and there's what we call search engine dominance, where we go for multiple listings on page 1 of Google. However, that's not it. You got to have more than that. When people get to your site, there needs to be persuasive copy. There needs to be offers. There needs to be good text and wording and video and audio, whatever you're using, and it has to make sense. But one thing you got to realize is that because of Facebook, people won't spend a lot of time on your website. Sorry to say, but when they if they're searching on Google and they find your school or they get referred to your website, however, they're not going to spend a lot of time there. So the key takeaway on that is to remember, what do I got to do? I got to do my very best to make them an offer, get them into my funnel, show them some good copy, some good wording, and then most importantly, like I said, get them into my funnel, name and email, or name, address, phone number, the whole 9. But we have to realize we have to do it quickly because, again, they're not going to spend a lot of time on on your site because they're mainly spending their time online on Facebook, okay, for the most part. Not everybody, but just as an average, right? All right, so that's one thing you think about when your website. You realize when you structure it where the offers are. I like to do what we call soft offers, name and email, that's informational. Sometimes it's videos, sometimes it's reports, and then we have what we call complete offers, where we actually get someone's full contact information in exchange for something of value, which I don't have time to explain here. Then we realize, okay, we got Google taken care of, and we have a good website. Now, what do we do about Facebook? Well, what we do is we realize that we need a Facebook business page. Now, a lot of people make the mistake is they sign up their business as a personal account, meaning, XYZ school wants to be friends with Mike D. Well, Mike D has never made friends with a school. I've made friends with school owners, but I've never made friends with a school. So a big mistake, if you have your school set up as a personal page right now, personal Facebook account, get rid of it. Make sure you start a Facebook business page. Because people are on Facebook and they're spending a lot of time there, you need a business page, and you need more than just a business page. You need a customized business page. Your business page needs to almost look like your website in so many ways, right? We talked about the website that people land on, like in Google. Well, your Facebook page can in so many ways look like your website. It can have, what you're about. It can have your programs. It can have your offers. It can actually capture leads. If you go on a couple of my Facebook fan pages, you see it's set up to capture leads. But more importantly, on your Facebook fan page, you can engage people where they are. Now, of course, you have to, you have to be interesting. You have to, and we got some different things that we're doing with Facebook content, toying around with. Hey, can we give our members, 3 or 4 posts at least per week that they can use on Facebook? Now, it's not finished yet, but it's something that we're toying around with. So anyway, you can be engaging, but you can do that from your Facebook Business page. Why is Facebook so successful? Because it's so logical, right? You make friends with a person on Facebook, but you like a business. So you have to make sure you have a Facebook business page. Now go back to tying in your website to Facebook. We already tied it to Google with search engine dominance. Now we tie it to Facebook. And how we do that is with a good blog. Now, of course, we can have what we call universal like buttons. We can have find us on Facebook and all that good stuff, these social media plugins they're called. But we have a good blog that's set up properly. When you have a blog set up properly and you do it right, which I coach our clients on, you end up again dominating Google with your blog, but also you can set up to where you can interact your blog with Facebook. You can have comments on your blog, and you can invite a conversation to start on Facebook and go to your blog, or you can start your conversation on your blog and have it go to Facebook. That's how you tie all these together. All right. Now we look at over here, email. A lot of people say, "Oh, email is dead," and blah 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 blah. Here's the thing. The internet almost lives on email. Let me ask you a question. Can you go buy something, say from Amazon.com, or can you register and purchase something online without providing an email address? Most likely you can. You have to create some sort of account, and that usually involves providing an email address. So email is not going anywhere. Of course, email marketing is obviously challenging, just like any form of marketing is, but it's still not going anywhere. So how do you do email marketing? Well, it comes into having your website set up properly. When you capture leads, you can then have them automatically followed up on, or you can do your own email marketing each week, and it's very simple to do when you can utilize email. So now you're using 1, 2, 3, 4 of the tickets. Now where does direct mail come in? Well, direct mail comes in is when you make, let's say, offers on your website, and you get 10 people to subscribe to say they want free 30 days, or they want it 2 weeks, or they want the free birthday party and the free t-shirt and all the other stuff that you're offering from the give you their full contact information. That's where direct mail can come in, because if 10 people go to your website and say that they want to come in for an introductory lessons here, fill this out, we know that not all 10 are going to come in. We know that you may call them and get in touch with 5 right away, but you may not get in touch with the other 5. So what happens, the other 5 who were on your website and gave you their complete information because they liked your offer, now can get direct mail sent automatically, can be triggered right from the same system that sends your automatic email. Believe it or not, you've probably heard of email autoresponders. Well, there are direct mail autoresponders, and we can set those up for you as well. So now, those 5 people you didn't get in touch with, they didn't come in for an intro, well, a week later after visiting your website, they then get a direct mail letter. And that's how and they can get another direct mail letter, and they can get another email, and they can get emails from you back to your blog, and you can see them on Facebook. See how it works? You tie it all in together. And you know what? Honestly, if this is set up properly for you, it can take you minutes per week. Not hours, minutes. I'm not going to say it'll take you 5 minutes a day or even 2 minutes a day, but it can take you, in some cases, less than an hour a week to maintain this. If you spend 10 minutes a day on Facebook 5 days a week, right, that's 50 minutes. If you spend a few minutes doing blogging, right, there you go. So it can go anywhere from 60 minutes on up for sure. But I say at least an hour. Again, sometimes it might be 3 minutes on Facebook. Sometimes it may be 5 minutes blogging. Sometimes it may be 10 minutes in email marketing. Of course, as we know, the more you put in, the law of nature, the more you get out. But can you get by on utilizing these things with about an hour or so? If it's set up properly, yes. Would I recommend that you did more? Absolutely, because the more you put in, as we know, like Zig Ziglar's, right? Zig Ziglar's quote with the pump, he's up there and he's hitting the pump, he says, you got to put something in before you get something out. Well, same thing with internet marketing. You can spend an hour or you can spend more. You can spend an hour, you can spend 10 hours a week. Now, of course, you probably shouldn't be spending 40 hours a week. If you're spending more than 5 or 6 hours a week on your internet marketing, it's set up improperly for you. But you can get by an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours if you're having fun per week between all of these. And if it's set up properly, you will see a return on the time invested and obviously the money you invest for resources, tools, help, like the help we can give you. So, do me a favor. Chime in and comment on our blog here if you're logged into Facebook, and get in touch with me if you have any questions, all right? But remember, 5 tickets to online success, which will equal success in the 4 walls of your school.